Hello guys, welcome back to another Fallout 76 video. Thank you for checking out today's video. And let's get right into it. Today we'll be looking at a alien blaster. The specific one I have is a 2-shot explosive 3 intelligence one. I did try just like a regular, like a bloody or like a furious alien blaster, but I had more fun with the 2-shot one. Explosive. I just want to try it out. I know back in the day, the 2-shot explosive used to be really powerful on the alien blaster because like the snowballs would it would fall and like it would do something with the cryo mag on it and make like snowballs, and it would like hit them multiple times as they fall. But that got nerfed, so I'm gonna check it out today. See how it is in nowadays and see if it's a usable weapon. The 3 intelligence is just to up the damages a little bit, and the mods I have on it for it is a long barrel, a sharpshooter mag, a cryo mag. I like the cryo mag in this gun a lot better than any other mag. Cryo mag is just the most fun. A short scope, and then I have the zenith paint on it. Okay, the special I'm running is 1 strength, 13 perception, 5 endurance, 3 charisma, 9 intelligence, 11 agility, and 14 in luck. The legendary perk cards I have are maxed out strength, 3 out of 4 agility, maxed out intelligence, maxed out endurance, 3 out of 4 taking one for the team, and 3 out of 4 for follow through. The strength I'm running easy target for more damage to crippled targets, barbarian just for more resistance, scatter shot for try to apply stagger and crippled limbs on all of the limbs on the target. Number cruncher for a little more damage. Tormentor for more damage per crippled limb your target has. Tank killer for more damage for a more armor chance. Awareness is for more VATS accuracy. Grenadier because the explosive does count as an explosive, so it will do double. It'll be twice the radius. And then deal sealer because when you freeze them or slow them down, it will count 10% more damage. Endurance, I have Life Giver for more HP, Iron Stomach for more resistance, Thirst Quencher for more AP, Fireproof for less damage, explosive, and flame attacks. And this gun does do quite a bit of damage to yourself if you have explosive on it, so this is a must if you run it, and even then it still hurts you a lot. Starch Genes, Rejuvenated just for more benefits for being well fed and hydrated. Charisma, have Stranger Numbers just for more better effects on my mutations. Tenderizer for a little more damage. And Intelligence and Nerd Rage, because I will be playing in Bloodied build. You don't have to, but I found the best in Bloodied because of the high intelligence and stuff like that. More damage. Demolition Expert because it ups the damage on your explosive. Science for more damage. Cryologist for more damage because it does both cryo and energy damage. Batteries included because I'll be carrying around a lot of alien rounds. Scrapper and Good Assault, just quality of life stuff. Agility, I have Gunslinger for more weak spot damage. Enforcer, Mr. Sandman because this does count as a sneak attack. It does count as a silence weapon, so Mr. Sandman does work. Sneak, Escape Artist, and Adrenaline because we will be sneaking. You can sneak with this for the most part. Sometimes it's a little loud, and if you shoot too much and too fast, you kind of can get detected, but for the most part, you can say it's sneaking. I have Grim Reaper Sprint, Better Crits, Ricochet, 4-Leaf Clover, Glass Freak, Junk Shield, and Critical Savvy. Now, I did try multiple things with this weapon. Like, I tried to take out Enforcer and add on, like, Gorilla or Gorilla Act Master, or even, like, Gunslinger Expert. But I just found the most for Enforcer. I mean, I guess I probably could have Modern Renegade, but I don't really need hipfire accuracy, and they both do 75% limb damage, so I'm going to do this one because it has 15% stagger someone, so I just found more use of in level 3 Enforcer than anything else, than like any other Gunslinger or Gorilla perk card, but this is the build I'm using. You could choose whatever build you want, but this is just the one I'm using. And for the armor I'm using a full set of unyielding Secret Service with buttress on it, and a jetpack for my chest piece. I do have random stuff, so like this one has 2 luck, 2 intelligence, 2 luck, and 2 strength. So 4 luck, 4 intelligence, and 2 extra strength is for my armor. I will be using Blight Soup for the better crits, because I will be only using this in VATS. Really, it's really hard to use this outside of VATS, so VATS is very much needed, and it's just required of this weapon. And then for my mutations, I am using Adrenal Reaction for more damage, Bird Bones for fall speed and agility, Eagle Eyes for more crit damage and perception, Egghead for more intelligence, so it helps my damage, Healing Factor, Herbivore because I'll eat meats, Herd Mentality, Marsupial, Plague Walker. Someone took that off. You don't really need Plague Walker for this. I just have it on. Speed Demon for extra reload and movement speed. Talons, I have it on because I was testing out some melee weapons. I have not took it off yet, but you don't need Talons at all for this weapon. I just have it on there just in case I want to use a melee weapon, and I use unarmed melee weapons, so it just helps for that. Pop a Blight Soup, and let's get started. Let's be just hydrate first. And like I said, this weapon does do quite a bit of self damage. If you see my health bar, it does do quite a bit, so you can kill yourself with this by accident if you're too close to enemies. So just try to stay away from most enemies and you should be fine. Aim for the head. And yeah, not too bad. Like I said, I will be sneaking for most of this part because it's just... you can sneak with it and it does work, so why not? And yeah, it does pretty good. It definitely is not a bad weapon at all. It does decent splash damage. You can hit them. You can probably use this out of VATS, but I'm just a really bad shot, so. And you do get quite a bit ammo back from ammo drops. And I usually only use maybe 2 to 3 rounds for killing something, and I got back 5, 6, 7, 11. So you do get back your ammo you use on most things, so that's always good. So you don't do much radiation damage from explosions, but I also like it because when you use this weapon in cryo anyways, let's test it out real quick. I'll show you. So when you see an enemy and you have cryo on it with explosive, you don't have to get a direct hit to apply the cryo on it. So you can still miss and still get cryo applied onto the enemy, and it will still activate the deal sealer for the 10% multiplicative damage, and it also just helps for applying cryo to enemies. So if you miss, you can still cryo them and make them slower. But yeah, not too bad. The VATS accuracy is really good, even from that far away. I still hit all my shots. And with that 40, it's like 40-50%. So I still think it's really good. And so yeah, this weapon is doing really good with all my adrenaline reaction and stuff like that. I'm doing 198 damage times 2 for both my cryo and my energy damage. So yeah, not too bad. We are to test out a Behemoth, and I will not lie, I have not tested out on a Behemoth yet, so I don't know how well it will do. Hopefully it does decent. We'll look to be experiencing this for the first time. But let's take some... Oh, what's that? Is he already up? Okay. Do some company tea for some AP. AP, but not too bad. It was definitely... I don't think it was too bad at all. It definitely was very, very good. A lot of explosion damage, and he also got impaired and crippled, so he couldn't really attack back too much. So, but yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with that. I don't think it did too bad for this weapon. Here we are to test it out against some Mirelurks and Mirelurk Queens. Stuff like that. Let's see how well it does. There's the Queen. She's already woke up. Is there any enemies to give me some adrenaline? Doesn't look like it, but she seems to be fighting. go. You go. A little bit of adrenaline and yeah, not a problem whatsoever. Test out against a human. That's also not a problem. But yeah, Queen, not a problem at all for this weapon. It is a really fun weapon to use with all the damage numbers. And it's an alien blaster. I don't really see people run around alien blasters really good. It's also, since you're using cryo, this weapon is a very good weapon for a Scorchbeast, Queen, Earl, any kind of raid boss, because it slows them down tremendously. So this is also a very good weapon if you want to use in like raids and or nuke zones. Highly recommend. Attention. Okay, here we are tested out against a Scorchbeast. Let's see how well it does against the Scorchbeast. Wasn't stuck on the ground, a lot easier. Okay. And if you were a lot closer, it would have been a lot cleaner of a kill, but it flew away and I reloaded preemptively. Well, yeah, not too bad if it was closer and or if it was, if I just shot more instead of just shooting, reloading. But yeah, if it was closer, it definitely would do a lot better, but not a problem on that. Not a problem against these Scorch. Usually one-shotting them, even from that far away, still really good. So, Mr. Gutsy, not too bad on that. But yeah, this weapon is a really good weapon, actually. I really do enjoy it. It does eat through ammo quite a bit if you don't pick up the ammo that you use. And it does break, again, it could be because I'm using explosive, but it does break a little fast. So you do have to be aware of that if you use at least a explosive one. The regular one won't break as fast because it's not doing extra damage on it on top of that. So explosive one does use more durability, but I found explosive one really fun and just more practical than a normal one. But yeah, this weapon is actually a really fun weapon to use if you guys want to use something. I think it's still a really strong weapon. It's definitely not as strong as it used to be, but I still think if you want to use it, go ahead and go get yourself someone. Again, I prefer 2-shot explosive. You can probably make a Furious work just as fine, probably even better. But I just find 2-shot explosive is just the most fun for me, and it does do some decent damage. It's no like raid killer or like the best weapon in the game, but it's still a really fun weapon to use, in my opinion. But yeah. Okay. But yeah, I do like the weapon a lot, and I will be keeping it. It will be staying in my inventory. It is a really fun weapon to use, definitely for like raids and stuff like that, to slow down a bigger enemy or like a boss. So I do use it, and it doesn't weigh that much. It only weighs barely, not even 3 pounds. So I will be using this weapon on me to slow down enemies, stuff like that. So it's a really fun weapon to use. But yeah, that's it for this weapon. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, as always. Like, comment, subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.